we'd be done, but we're not done. We're just getting started here.
We're just getting warmed up.
We're just getting started.
If I was half the man I was, I'd take a flamethrower to this place. Hooah!
Look at that ass. Or was he saying that? It says,
she's got a sweet ass.
Sweet ass. Guy's great.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. I think we're ready. Let's do it.
Your camera froze for me. I don't know if that's an issue, but
it's moving here, but I'll reattach it.
Yeah.
How about now?
There we go. Much better.
I'm gonna
Much
put us in central as well. There we go.
Cool. Centralize us.
Oftentimes that's the problem. All right. Here we go. This is it.
Okay.
We are ready. Are we though? Yes. Okay, here we go. It starts in 3, 2, 1.
Jeff, a while back, what a match you had with Motley.
Yep. Probably the hardest match I ever had in my life. But I don't like it when things aren't going my way.
Jeff, a while back.
All filmed in HD, 720p.
The morning stream. Rambling goes in, podcast comes out. You can't explain that.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the morning show known as the morning stream. It's Monday, June 10th, 2019. I'm Scott. He's Brian. Hi, Brian.
Yep. Hi, Scott. How are you?
I'm okay.
Are you? Are you suffering from E3 burnout yet? Because I know you've had stuff over the weekend, and it's just getting started, right? Like it's just getting, like the actual show starts today. We've just had kind of the pre-show.
Well, arguably the biggest thing happened yesterday, which was Microsoft, and then we had Bethesda in the afternoon. So Microsoft's done. There is no Sony this year. So,
right, which is weird.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. So this year or today, we go this VR thing right after the show today, and then there's what's after that? PC gaming show or something like that. I forget. Oh no, I forget. Anyway, but then later today, Ubisoft. Then after that, I think you get your Square Enix. So today's kind of everybody else crammed in, and then Wednesday you just get Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
But you do what Nintendo don't, or something like that.
Yeah. And all Nintendo is their video direct thing. They don't do any stage stuff anymore. So
right,
it's gonna be weird. It's a weird year not having Sony there, but man, I have thoughts about that Microsoft conference. I'm excited about the games and the Game Pass PC thing and all that. Like there's stuff to like. But they just kind of blew. It was kind of hot smoke about the new console. They didn't really say anything.
Really? Okay.
I mean, we thought this was going to be a huge reveal year. Like, here it is, and here's the controller, and it's coming out next fall or whatever. Instead, it was like, here's a project name we have for it, and we're committed to making it super powerful. And here's a bunch of Johnny Ive-like people talking about how rad it'll be. But there wasn't anything. There was nothing. So I feel weirdly like they missed an opportunity because you don't even have Sony to contend with.
Right. Yeah, and there it is. Okay, Project Scarlet or
Scarlet,
an xCloud. Interesting.
Yeah, but they didn't really. I mean, that stuff. Everything we heard,
it was all just smoke.
We kind of already knew, and I'm sure they're working on some rad hardware. But I thought they'd show it or at least talk about it. And Sony's already given more like actual hardware specs, and they don't even have a presence at E3. So I don't know. I was kind of bummed by that. But services wise, I'm really excited about Microsoft, and immediately bought that. Subscription to their PC version of their Game Pass, which means you get all their games for like $4 a month. So, yeah, like there's cool stuff happening, but I don't know. I kind of came away from that going, oh, all right, well, that was your one time to really topple Sony's message, and you kind of didn't do it. I don't know. It's odd. Yeah. It's very odd. Anyway, there's more of that coming today.
Yeah, so. I'm excited about the Square Enix thing. I mean, they've got the new Avengers game that they're announcing, which I guess is going to be on every platform except Switch.
Yeah,
according to their big banner on the
Switch is getting their own though. Switch is getting
right. Switch is getting that
what's it called? The proper sequel, basically, to the Ultimate Alliance games.
Ultimate Alliance, yes, exactly.
And so these will be whatever the Avengers thing is on proper consoles and PC and such. I don't know what that is yet, but we'll find out today. And it's honestly the only thing anyone cares about with the Square Enix show. It's like we have nothing else to say.
7 tonight. Wow.
Yeah, it's tonight late. So it's kind of a weird year. Like that's normally Sony slot Monday at at night sometime, and they're not doing it this year. So there you go. Well, there you go. Yeah, and it's just the Game Pass thing. Just throw this out to the chat room. If they keep it at the $4.99 that's on the site, on the presentation they said $9.99, but on the site it's $4.99. So I don't know what's going on there, but I would get my hands on that if I were you and you're a PC
Lock
gamer.
it in before they figure out what they've done.
Yeah, either that or they meant that to happen as a pre-thing or an E3 week special. Or I can't tell, but they didn't like acknowledge it. It was very odd.
Wow.
Yes, and that Final Fantasy VII remake is looking really good.
Oh, cool.
That doesn't come out till next March though, so you got a ways to go.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, more of that today. Later. We'll talk more about it. So I got a warning to the people who listen to the show. If
Okay.
you live in the Western United States, you're all familiar with the burger chain In-N-Out.
I am.
Brian likes a good In-N-Out, although you
We don't have any here. Although we got they're building a home office in Colorado Springs.
What's that? Oh,
And
that's
then
that
once
place
that's
is supposed
done-
to be really good, right?
Yeah, we
Home
should
office.
get them all over the place. Yeah. Right.
That means you'll get them. Yeah, if they're going to do that, they're going to be everywhere. Then that's
Yeah.
an expansion, is what that is. Wow.
Yeah, I mean
Interesting.
that's not just putting up a barracks. That is putting up a Protoss tower.
Right.
Like you're basically
the old Protoss Tower.
the Protoss tower, whatever it's called.
What is it called? The Nexus? The Nexus? No. Hold on. Now I need to know.
Oh, see,
Protoss
now you
main
make fun of me.
I know. I should know this.
Pylons. There we go. Yeah, the pylons.
Oh, pylons. Oh, those are just their
Yes.
little power things. Okay.
Right, that's what I meant though. That they are putting up Protoss pylons in Colorado Springs. So
Got it. So now they can
Now
build around it. I get it.
They can build around it because exactly now they can.
You were correct. It turns out.
Yeah, here we go. We should get them in 2020. The first In-N-Out burger in Colorado should be in 2020.
Nice. Well, you'll enjoy that, and I enjoy them here and there. We had some yesterday, and that was all fine and good, except I learned something real bad about In-N-Out.
Okay. Oh no, what'd you learn?
Well, they give you this they have their own kind of special sauce that they put on their burgers and stuff, and you can get it in
Right.
packets as well if you want it. And it's basically like a Russian dressing pickle-y thing.
Almost like the fry sauce.
It's
Yeah.
a lot like that, yeah. It's got little chunks in it and stuff, but pretty much that. And anyway, we had a little thing of it that was open and then had a little puddle outside of it, like you're dipping something in there or whatever. And one of the dogs, Rainer in particular, had gotten up on the counter or on the edge of the table and licked that little puddle up. It was only, seriously, it was like the size of a 50-cent piece or something. It wasn't that big of a pile of this stuff.
Okay.
But she ate it and then proceeded for the rest of the night to barf repeatedly.
Oh no, like constantly, huh?
Yes, like over and over, like 4 times.
Shoot.
That's-
Oh, poor Rainer.
Yeah, so whatever's in there, maybe it's just her. It could totally just be her reaction to
Could
it,
be.
but just a little word of warning. If you got In-N-Out, don't let the dog eat that orange sauce stuff.
Pickles or whatever is in there. Yeah. Just
I don't know what
didn't,
got her.
react well with her.
And normally she's fine with stuff like this. Like she can eat all kinds of crap, but man, there's nothing worse than a barfing dog. First of all, barfing dogs, they don't think to go to the door and say, hey, let me out.
No. Oh no.
They go, hey, I'm going to go over to that carpet that is, here, there's even
Where's
a giant...
the newest patch of carpeting in the house?
Yes. Yes, and there's this swath of hardwood. And it's not even real hard. It's laminate. You could have barfed anywhere within that 20-yard, however long it is, but you chose to go all the way down to the end and then onto the carpet. Gosh dang it! Chat room says onions in it. Maybe are onions?
That is what the little chunks are. Or relish, I thought. Like it's little pickle chunks, little relish chunks.
Do onions? Do dogs have problems with onions or something?
Dogs do have problems with onions. Chocolate, onions, and nuts of any kind are bad for dogs.
Okay, I don't give her any nuts. I think I knew that one. I know that one. I know grapes. I know chocolate. What was the deal
But
with
I thought
grapes?
that-
They can't
I thought
digest
that
the grapes.
chunks. Oh yeah, well, grapes because they can choke on them.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something about the skin, or it did something to their guts or something. I don't know what it was.
Maybe that.
But I have
maybe
no
that is
idea.
the
I was
deal.
just always
Yeah.
told, don't give dogs any grapes, don't give them any chocolate. We've had that experience before. Don't give them.
Oh no, grapes and raisins are known to be highly toxic to dogs, but they don't know exactly which substance in the fruit causes this reaction.
Oh, highly toxic.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, like even ingesting the fruit could potentially lead to acute sudden kidney failure in dogs.
Oh my-
Holy mackerel.
oh
Okay,
my
yeah.
Lord.
Keep the grapes and raisins away from dogs. Jeez.
Wow. Really? That's crazy
Yeah,
that does that.
that is crazy. You
Wha-
think that's like the most innocuous thing. Onions not as bad to dogs. They don't have the toxicity. It just depends on how much
Yeah.
onions or garlic dogs eat. So,
It wasn't that much, though. It was like a little puddle of this stuff.
wow.
So I don't know. She's also weird, so who knows? She may have just.
Yeah.
It may have been time. She hasn't barfed in a few months, so I guess it's time. Go ahead and let one rip. Ibit. I read your name on the screen. Go ahead and let it rip, Rainer, is what I meant
I'll
to
do
say.
it right now. I'll let one rip.
Put your headphones down and go let one rip. Anyway,
Hey,
yeah.
put my headphones down. Go let one rip.
So that sucked. That sucked because we had to clean that up,
Yeah.
of course. But Kim got home. She's home. We're done. No more of that. No more of that house without Kim in it. She's home. So we're very
good.
thrilled. Yeah.
Until the next time. And how did you do food wise during that whole period?
We did okay, actually.
Okay.
Carter and I we made a concerted effort to not be total losers or pigs. But on Saturday we did get pizza. So I got to say this: a quick shout out to Marco's Pizza. You were the reason I ever got them in the first place. But their thin crust, badass. It's real good.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had the thin crust. I've only ever had the thick, and I really like the thick.
The
but
thick is good too,
you're
but
saying I
that
need to
thin
give the
crust.
thin a shot.
If you like thin crust, I mean, if you're
I
not
do.
into that, then no. But you know,
Is it crispy crackery?
it is not crackery.
Like if I get their thin crust and I hold the outer edge of the pizza just by the crust,
yeah.
what is the degree? What is the angle degree that the rest of the pizza will hang down?
45?
Okay, all right,
Is that good?
that's all right. Yeah, I
It's
just
not-
don't want
it's
straight
not-
90 degrees.
Yeah, it's
I
not
don't want to
soggy.
point it straight at the floor. Okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right. It doesn't do that. It definitely has some lift to it. In fact, it had so much lift that when it was really hot, the first piece I took, a whole bunch of the cheese and the pepperoni just sloughed right off of it because it
Okay.
couldn't, because it was so stiff and it was just pulling away from it. But it was fantastic. I mean, the only other like regular time I get thin crust is from like Domino's, and that stuff's garbage. It's bad.
Yeah.
Domino's thin crust. I mean, I'll eat
You're
it.
still
but-
better off eating the cardboard that the Domino's pizza came in.
Yeah, or that little table, plastic table stand that's in there. You may as well eat that.
Right. Oh, do they even do that? I think that's just a Pizza Hut little table.
Oh, I don't know. Are they the only ones that do that? They probably.
That's the only
They
ones I
probably-
remember seeing. I guess no, I take that back. Papa John's does it too.
You know why? It's because there's so much grease in there that they don't want
Yeah.
the roof to look like the
It's
basement.
going to be transparent by the time it gets to you. The,
Yeah.
the roof of the cardboard. You'll be able
Right.
to peek in through the
Who wants
through
it?
the window.
They want their logo nice and visible on the front of that
Right.
thing. Anyway, it was fine. Everything went good this weekend. It was just good to have Kim home, and I don't know. We all missed her. She's super tan though. She came back from Lake Powell looking like some kind of beach bum, and
She got some sun time. Some
I couldn't
Some
be more
relaxing.
white. Is the thing? I took a picture
Right.
of her holding her or putting her hand on my lily white arm, and it looks like we look like the most interracial couple you've ever seen.
yeah, but she tans well. You and I, as soon as we're out in the sun for more than 5 minutes, you actually see grill marks basically on our skin from
Yep,
from being out there.
you can smell it. You can smell us cooking.
Yeah.
Also, got a quick email about hookers. I'm going to read this. You ready for this?
Okay.
This is
Not
from
an email from a hooker.
No, this is for
Okay.
emails about hookers. Joseph T. LeBlanc wrote in. No relation to Matt LeBlanc, as far as I know.
Not Joey LeBlanc.
Yeah, no Joey LeBlanc. Although that's pretty funny, Joey LeBlanc. I'm sure that has to have come up for him before. But
I'm sure it has. Yes.
anyway, he says, I agree, Scott, that prostitution in Canada is very weird as well. The prostitute never really does anything illegal. The only people that can get arrested are the ones soliciting the prostitution. So no, they don't arrest any prostitutes up there. Apparently, it's all about the Johns. So it's on us. I
Well,
guess.
yeah.
But you can
Because you
claim
solicited a prostitute. Well, I mean, the John solicited the prostitute, so he's the one who committed the crime.
right. But she never is in. She never figures into it, even after the fact. She's still in the clear. But anyway, says, but you can claim it as your occupation, and you put it in your taxes as your profession. Mostly, I believe it came from when everyone was escaping Europe. Were they all escaping Europe? Or were we just, no, whatever.
Quick, get out of Europe!
I mean, I guess
Go
we
to
kind of were.
Canada!
I guess we sort of were at the time. I didn't think about it that way, though. Anyway, this at the time was being viewed as sinful. It was to ensure a debauchery-free life when they all came to North America for the chance to be as prudish as they wanted to be. Anyway, a little insight on the Canadian prostitutes, which we talked about briefly in a previous show. Good luck to you up there.
Canadian prostitutes, for your service.
But what's cool about that is if you're a prostitute, I mean, look, I don't have all the details of the situation, and I'm not making a grand political statement here. But if these women or men working in the sex industry in Canada put on their taxes what their profession is, and they're paying their taxes, I assume that also means they get access to universal health care. And I could be wrong, but wouldn't that mean that wouldn't you have healthier prostitutes in Canada than we do down here?
I would assume so, because there's not a cost inhibition to getting checked out, getting taken care of, and
right.
Sure.
That's just and the chat room says the most polite prostitutes of all, probably.
Hey, would you like a half and half or around the world, eh? Oh, cat's playing with a corn that the cat should not be playing with.
Oh yeah, don't let her play with the coin. Coins, grapes, chocolate, and nuts of any kind.
Not coins, Scott. Cords.
Oh, cords. Oh, that's even worse. Especially a little kitty. Dude, last time I had a little kitty, she chewed through a network cable, 2 power cables, and a charger cable. Had to replace all of it.
What's this up here? Hello.
Oh, hello, little kitty.
Oh, hi. Hello. What's this? Is this smells?
Is this a cord I can bite?
Yeah, exactly.
Start a new podcast, Cord Biters. I like it.
She's a cord killer.
Anyway, prostitutes. They're great. Moving on. Tell me about your taco
Yeah.
math. What's this taco math about?
Taco math. I know. I like to try and put as little, you make it as vague as possible.
Yeah.
So went out to dinner with the crazy neighbors Friday night to a place called Nomads Tacos.
Nomads. I like that.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Oh, I had to see. One more. There we go.
Yeah.
Got them all out.
Yep. Do you do 2? Are you a 2 sneezer or are you 3 sneezer?
I'm usually a 3 sneezer.
Okay, interesting. I'm a 1 sneezer. I never go more than 1. But everyone else I
Really?
know does multiple sneezes at a time. It's not me.
Yeah, no, I'm usually a 3er, and Tina usually waits until I do the 3rd sneeze before she says bless you, and sometimes I like that. I just have 2.
Wow. All right.
So, okay, looks like the cat's staying away from there.
All right.
So we go to this Mexican restaurant with crazy neighbors, and it's a taco place called Nomad. And we sit down. Tina and neighbor Dave pick out their items, and me and Mrs. Crazy Neighbor, we're eyeing up all their different taco choices because they've got carnitas and brisket and cactus.
Ooh,
and
look at these. These look good.
Yeah, like
dude.
cactus tacos and like 6 different kinds, and we're like, oh, well, that one sounds really good, that one sounds really good, and that one you can get a set of 3 tacos for $12. Like, oh, boom, we're done. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Hell of a deal.
So waitress comes over, takes our order, and I say, yeah, well, I'd like to do the 3 tacos, and I want to get 1 carnitas, 1 brisket, and 1 carnitas, 1 chicken, and 1 cactus.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, our kitchen is slammed, so you can only get them in sets of 3.
Really?
Yes. So apparently they can only make them in sets of 3.
Okay.
But then just below the 3 is a single order.
Okay.
And I said, well, how much? And it doesn't say how much. I said, well, what if I just want 1 taco? She says, oh, that's $4. Okay, so can I order 1 single taco of the carnitas and then another single taco of the cactus? Like, basically, it was one of those office moments where Jim looks at the camera. I look straight across at crazy neighbor Dave, and like in disbelief, like, there's no difference in price from buying the original or buying the individual tacos versus getting the 3. So why wouldn't I just do that? So I just basically did that, and it didn't seem to like dawn on her how stupid the rule about getting 3 in a set when the kitchen is slammed
Well,
because I'm still ordering individual tacos.
That was going to be my question. Like, did she?
Yeah.
She didn't seem.
She
to,
didn't acknowledge it like, oh, I guess you could do that. That's an interesting way around it. She's like, oh, okay, so one individual. And she still brought it in a little tray that had 3 little taco holders. So it was in the same little tray, the 3 taco tray.
Yeah, that's really odd. So it
Yes.
didn't accomplish it didn't accomplish the need of we're slammed.
No.
And so we need to not be slammed. So to do that, we're going
Right.
to cut back or whatever. They didn't cut back.
No, she didn't say, oh, I'm sorry, you can't buy individual tacos unless all the individuals are the same kind.
That's just insane. I don't
It is
understand
insane.
the thinking there. That's crazy. The poor girl probably just, she's just being told what to do. But
Yeah.
that's dumb. That's super dumb.
Exactly the same price. $4 for the individuals, $12 for a 3-pack. But boy, you buy the 3 and you can't get them all different.
Hey, they
Even
got
though they're going to come out on the same tray that you would get.
I see they have cornhole there. Did you guys play cornhole? They have a cornhole
No, but
game.
we did see it out there, and they've got a big sign that says Rocks, but it's in red, and it's right by Red Rocks, so you can stand in front and say, "Hey, I'm at Red Rocks."
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, it's in the fence. There it is. Right there.
It is, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's huge. Yeah, place is cool.
Yeah, it looks
And
neat.
brand new open, brand new, and it's part of a hotel. What's the name of the hotel? Is it the Nomad Hotel? No.
It's the big giant. It's the big
Yeah.
taco. 5-star
Big Taco Hotel, yes.
Yeah. You can get something pretty special there. Well, I'm jealous because I love these kind of things, and I would eat tacos even though they're weird about their math. They're probably just new, and they don't know what
I
they're
think
telling
so.
each other yet.
Yeah.
Oh, these tacos, dude.
But the food was really good. They could have been a little hotter. So I don't know if they just maybe that's the thing is they have all the tacos made and on little racks of 3. It just dawned on me that this might be why because they weren't like hot like tasted like they were made right when they brought them out. Although she said we complained about that and she says, well, because Tina and Dave got the enchiladas and she says, yeah, they made all of it at the same time, but the enchiladas take a little bit longer, so that's probably why they were a little bit cooler. And then they took some money off our bill. But for a second there, I just thought of, well, maybe they actually had racks of 3 of all the different kinds out there for the wait staff to just grab and run out the thing. And she didn't want to have to go through the process of swapping this one for this one and doing a whole little Indiana Jones.
Yeah, no kidding.
throw me the carnitas, I'll throw you the cactus trade-off.
That's hilarious. Yeah, this looks nice though.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'd eat here. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
these pictures have got me all hungry. There's this they got some kind of bunless burger thing that looks amazing. They've got that taco. What is that? It's not even a taco. Some kind of sandwich taco thing. Oh, a grilled chicken torta. That's what it is. I've had tortas before. Oh, I like a good torta. Torta.
I didn't even see the torta. Wow.
They were too slammed. They couldn't do your tortas that day.
Right. You have to order 11 tortas to get our tortas. So sorry.
Did you when you worked at Taco Bell way back in the high school days? Was the term slammed when you guys would get super busy? Because that's what it was when we were at
Yeah.
freaking Chi-Chi's. That was also the term we used. I'm just curious if it was like universal. Everyone always says slammed if you're really busy in the kitchen.
Totally. Yeah. I don't remember absolutely using that term, but it feels like that wasn't a term that came after the late 80s. I feel like we would have said slammed. Oh man, the drive-through is slammed today.
Yeah. Or like, oh my gosh, where were you guys? Oh, we were slammed. I'm late because we were so slammed at work. Yeah, that totally sounds like the way you'd say it. What else would you say? We were swamped. There you go.
Swamped.
Hammered.
Hammered I think of more as like drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think hammered works.
After I slammed those shots, I was hammered.
Yeah. Luke Sidewalker says in the weeds. Yeah, that was the thing we'd say.
Yeah, in the weeds. Yeah.
Yeah. What
We use that a lot here in Colorado, boy.
Yeah.
That dispensary was in the weeds.
Yeah. I was getting all
Yeah, we
excited.
got time. I'll tell you this really quick story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Drove a couple women from a Target where they bought a bunch of bags of snacks, which they proceeded to start eating in the back of my car.
When was this, by the
don't
way?
know.
When did you drive? This morning or when was
Yesterday.
this?
I did drive this morning, but this happened yesterday afternoon.
Okay.
And they're munching on snacks, and I'm basically taking them from a Target to a recreational marijuana dispensary.
Okay.
And so the whole way, I'm just listening to them in the back seat. You know, they're like, "Oh my God, do you watch It's Always Sunny?" Yes, I love that show. Yes, Charlie Day is so funny. You know, he writes a lot of the stuff. Like he writes all the music for the show. Oh, I know, he's so funny. And da da da. And
Yeah.
then they're talking. Then they see that I've got a bobblehead Stitch on my dashboard that just
Okay.
wiggles back and forth like a hula doll.
Wait, Stitch like Lilo and Stitch.
Stitch like Lilo and Stitch.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
And she says, "Oh my God, I love Stitch. I love those Disney movies. Oh my God, I love Disney movies too. You know, my favorite one is Tarzan. Oh, Tarzan. I love Tarzan. You know, the soundtrack is so good. I could literally listen to that whole soundtrack." I'm like, well, yeah, that's what you would do with the soundtrack is you'd literally listen to it.
Yeah. And so
Literally.
did you play it for them?
No, I didn't. We were almost to the dispensary, but
That's too bad.
I almost want to put up a sign in the back that says no smoking or vaping, no eating, and no misuse of the word literally.
Yeah.
Just have a picture of Chris Traeger right next to
Oh, I love it. That's a great
a
idea.
little circle slash.
Did they sing this out loud? Hold on, let me get into this here. You'll Be in My Heart. Did they sing that?
Yeah, they did not.
Oh, that's too bad. Did they sing
Yeah,
Two
like-
Worlds or Son of Man by chance?
They sang none. They sang nothing.
I want them to sing Son of Man. I actually like that album a lot.
There goes now we're off YouTube. Sorry, YouTube.
That shouldn't have been enough. Hopefully that was like not enough. I don't know. I'm still testing it. If they come back and say, like somebody usually happen to say, you can't monetize this video. I'm like, whatever. YouTube doesn't get me anything anyway, so I don't care about that. But it's when you ban me that I get pissed. We'll see what that one does. It'll be okay.
Phil Collins is going to send you a cease and desist.
That's right. He's still around, right? He's still alive? Yeah.
Of course, he's still alive.
I
Yeah.
just checking. He's okay. I want to make sure he's
You can't
okay.
use my songs. No, not in your YouTube.
You think he
You
would
gotta
sing
pay
it?
me some royalties.
He would
or
sing
I'm
his-
gonna get you banned off, dude. You get
Any cease and desist I get from Phil Collins will be a sing-a-gram or whatever.
It'll be a singing telegram cease and desist.
Great.
Yes.
Great. That's what I want. I do. I really do. All right. We're going to play Early Morning Babble Royale. By the way, a few latecomers in the chat room was like, oh, early show. Yeah. We are. The E3 stuff means I got to do earlier coverage for that stuff, so we're doing it today and tomorrow only. The rest of the week's fine.
Exactly. So you're coming in. You're missing a little bit of the show today because you came in a little bit late. But guess what? Tomorrow we're also starting at the same time, half an hour ago.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, but back to normal Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah,
But not Friday because I'm not going to be here.
Because
Friday.
he's not here Friday. You're in Chicago for a hot day of debauchery.
Hot day of debauchery and lasagna pizza.
And the thing is with the that deal, well, we talked about it before, but you're just literally going to fly in with a carry-on and fly home the same day, which is just
Yeah,
sounds,
exactly.
You sound like some kind of businessman who's got to get back quick to the office or something.
Totally. And I'd look like somebody really important and official and like, oh yeah, no time for hotels, no time for luggage, but I have to basically take this stupid I have to take my belongings in a stupid transparent backpack.
Oh my gosh.
because of the rules of GoFest. So
That's fantastic.
So I might have looked pretty cool and official until I, maybe I could put some Hello Kitty and
Oh my gosh, dude.
Powerpuff Girls stickers all over that thing.
Wear the shirt you're wearing. That's the thing I want. Is that shirt should be on.
You know what I wish I had? I wish I had a leopard print vest so I could make it look like I'm, Ferris Bueller having a day off in Chicago. That's what I kind of wish is I had the, because I've got the glasses, I've got a white shirt I can wear underneath it. I could be
You could go up
Ferris Bueller for a
the
day.
building and put your head against the glass and stare out.
I could,
into
yes, the
city.
Sears Tower.
Yep.
Yep, and put my head, look out there, and find a Pokemon parade and get up there and sing the Pokemon theme.
Yeah, I like.
Doo-doo-doo. That guy do.
You got to get pictures of you with
The
a
whole
trans.
new world. Da, 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 da.
You got to get that backpack on some. You got to get someone to take pictures of Brian's freaking transparent backpack. I just need people to do that. So when you see him at the Go Fest,
Sure.
pictures, send them to me. That would be great. Hey, everybody, welcome to an early Battle Royale with Brian Dunaway. Hi.
It's too early.
It is too early. Oh, well, it's a
I'm
little...
still in bed. What do you want from me?
Whatever.
It's an hour early. Come on.
It's 10:30
Get over
there.
it.
Yeah, it's only 10:30 there, right? You're already at work, probably.
Right. Yeah, it's 10:30,
Yeah.
and I'm on break. But thank you for asking.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm glad to have you on break. Hopefully, we don't keep you too long so that you don't get in trouble by whoever's
Oh,
in
don't
charge.
worry. I'll just walk away.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Just leave the call. Okay.
Right. Click.
That sounds fantastic. We are going to take our caller and see if we can get them on early here. Let's see if this is going to work or not. Hi, you're on the air. Who's this? Hello?
Do you feel like talking to us?
I was worried. This
Also
might happen.
on break.
Let me see if this is. It's this weird Chrome thing where Chrome does this weird thing. All right, let's try it again.
Okay.
Sorry, whoever that was. Call back, everybody. 801-471-0462. 801-471-0462. Anyway, so done. Oh, shit. There it is. Let's see if that's it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, gosh. Okay. Hi. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Hunter calling from the great city of Arlington, Texas.
Oh, man. Look at you.
What's
It's the
Texas?
best intro ever. Tell us who you are and where you're from immediately. That's
Not
fantastic.
quite Dallas, not quite Fort Worth, but Arlington.
Yeah. Hey, can I just tell you that Fort Worth, Dallas Fort Worth Airport is garbage and the worst airport I've ever been in. It's the worst.
Once
Yeah,
again,
it's definitely a
if
maze.
you're from Texas, call in to get insulted.
No, Texans are no problem. It's just whoever built your airport over there is insane. Is an insane
It's
person.
just huge. I mean, it's so dang huge. You know, I've been to the Arlington Times there in Arlington, Texas.
Yeah, Arlington.
Ooh.
Very nice. Well, it's good to have you here, Hunter. Right? Is that right?
That is correct.
Awesome, Hunter. Brian's going to explain to you what we're doing here and how you might win some prizes. Brian.
That's right, Scott. I'll give Scott and Brian Dunaway a topic, and they're going to go back and forth with answers for that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, a repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, the win is going to go to the other player. Your job as contestants, or as a contestant, Hunter, is to predict who is going to come out on top based on the topic. Today, you are playing for a physical prize package, physical, from Scott, including a Mad Max mystery figure and a print pack.
Ooh, I've got
How
one right
cool
here. In
is
fact,
that?
check this out. This is it. This is the box that
That
comes
is
in.
the one you will. That is the one you will get. It still has the stink of Scott's hands on the box.
Yeah,
and
I'm
he has
gonna-
not opened it to see if it is the Imperator.
What's in the box?
I have no idea what's in it. It's sealed, but it's these are super cool, and I wish I had his name handy for who gave me
Oh,
these.
who
But
provided those?
they brought them to me in Vegas, and then I forgot to write their name down because I'm dumb. But I'll figure that out for future ones. But these are great. They're actually Funko, but they're not.
They're not pops.
They're not
a different
Pops.
style. Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah.
They look a lot cooler than Funko Pops.
Yeah. So these are rad. Anyway, that's awesome.
Excellent. All right. So before you can tell us who you think is going to win, I got to give them the topic. This topic comes to us from Schnago Lunkonig. There are 24 Democratic presidential candidates as of right now.
Oh my God! Nope. Out. Break's over.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yeah. Right.
By the way,
Whatever.
did you know that there are two Republican candidates?
I did. I
Okay.
forgot there. I'm
I didn't
glad
know there were
that's-
two. I thought that you'd basically just got your incumbent, but nobody else.
Well, usually that's true, but this
Yeah.
time there's people are pissed everywhere. But here's the thing, though: those two that are running, if that was part of this quiz, I'd lose because I have no idea their names, but I know they exist.
Well, you know one of their names on the Republican
Oh well, yeah,
side.
one of the two, I suppose. Yeah.
Now,
Right,
this
exactly.
officially have thrown their hat in,
Yes.
or it has
24 have
kind of said,
officially,
Officially,
no, 24 have officially thrown their hat in
okay.
as presidential candidates on the Democratic side. All right, knowing that is the topic, Hunter, who do you want to go first, and who do you think is going to win?
Well, notwithstanding, pretty sure they're all going to lose to Trump, but just saying, I'm going to go with Brian to start, and I think from all the jury stuff I've been hearing, think Scott's going to win.
All right.
All right.
You have chosen wisely.
I appreciate the confidence. All right, Dunaway.
And this,
Yeah.
by the way, we're presenting this Babel Royale with no partisanship, no blah blah whatever. You know, we're just stating the facts of the 24 people who are running on the
Yeah,
Democratic.
this is just a weird. This is just a coming up on an election year. We got a
Exactly.
number. That's it. That's all we're saying here. So
a
there
lot
you
of
go.
Chads in this list.
Yeah, all of them hanging. All right.
Yes.
What do you say there, Dunaway? You got one? Oh wait, who starts?
Well,
You do, yeah.
I actually
Brian
do.
Dunaway starts. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I actually do know at least one because I was watching a heated debate yesterday on NBC. Not on purpose, it was just on, and they were really giving Joe Biden a hard time.
Yeah.
So
Same.
he's going right.
Yeah.
He is going. He has announced that he's running Joe Biden,
Right.
Yeah. Very good.
former VP. Yep.
Elizabeth Warren.
Ooh.
Elizabeth Warren. Yep, right there. I just realized these are all in alphabetical order. That helps me a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't
heck
know
yeah.
which order these were in.
All right.
Yes,
Excellent.
Elizabeth Warren. Very good.
All right.
There's no other trivia about each of these candidates that I can provide because there's so many of them. There's just no room for trivia.
Yeah.
Right,
She's
right.
a senator. So there's that.
Now
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he's back in the game, but for some reason I'm just not 100% sure. Isn't Bernie Sanders? Isn't he looking at going again?
He is.
Yep.
He's listed under Democrats, although he's got a little I next to him, which means that he might run independent, I believe.
No.
Well, what it means is if Biden if Biden kills him in polls all the way up to the primaries, he'll probably he could switch gears.
It makes sense. There's some bad blood there.
Yeah, but also if that happens, it will ensure that that Hunter's prediction is correct, which is Trump will be in again because you split the party that's opposing him, you're not going to win. All right, I'm going to say Kamala Harris.
Harris.
I only know the ladies.
Yes, for sure. Yes, Kamala Harris is
Is it Camilla or Kamala?
Kamala.
Oh, okay.
Kamala.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Kamala Harris.
Right. All right. So my turn again,
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
and I've spent my entire allowance already. So I'm just gonna go with Ross Perot. He hasn't announced it yet, but he's coming back. He's on his way back.
You can run a cold country
He
just
ca-
like you run a convenience store.
That's
He
right.
called and told me personally. Called right from the Texas and
All
told
right.
me. But yeah, that's yeah.
That's
where
your
I'm going.
answer? Really? Okay. What do you
Yeah.
say
All
there?
right.
Texarkana.
And Dunaway is spent. No.
I knew you were wrong. Well done there. But that means
Yes.
that we get to award winnership to Hunter,
Congratulations.
which is good
You're a winner.
because
Did you have any more in your pocket?
yeah.
Scott?
Let me try a couple more of these. Cory Booker.
Cory Booker. Yep.
Um.
Come on, the goofy name one that.
Amy Klobuchar or Klobacher, Klobuchar.
Amy Klobuchar. Yep. Good.
Kristen Gillibrand.
Yes, Gillibrand. Yep.
Or Gil. Yeah, I don't know all their names. Hickenlooper,
Yes. Good old
your guy.
Colorado governor. Yes.
Yep. Not Cuomo. The New York
but
guy.
Jared.
Hold on. De Blasio, that guy.
Very good, Bill De Blasio. Very good.
Oh,
yes.
I could have guessed that actually. I did actually know that one. Dang it. I
Um,
did have one more.
I know I've got one more in me. Hold on. The Buttigieg Jug. Buttigooger. Buttigieg. That guy. I forgot about him. All right, that's
Yep.
all I got. I would have run out after that.
Don't forget Beto O'Rourke.
Oh,
either,
Beto
but,
O'Rourke. Yeah, Beto's. They make good burritos.
Here's the rest. Beto. Yeah. Here's the rest of your list. Michael Bennett, also from Colorado. Steve Bullock, Julian Castro, John Delaney, Tulsi Gabbard.
John Delaney.
Yeah, I wish. Right? Wouldn't it be great?
Yeah.
Mike Gravel.
Okay.
Ray Inslee, Wayne Messam, Seth Moulton, Tim Ryan, Eric Swalwell, Marianne Williamson, and Andrew Yang.
Jeez.
Pay attention because that this might be the last time you hear some of those names.
Right. I was gonna say, pay attention, Democrat hopefuls.
Yeah.
Brian, who lives in South Carolina, only knows about 2 or 3 of your names.
Yeah.
Might want to
right.
own it.
Yeah, you might want to get down there. Also, this isn't that just for fairness. This isn't that different than the 2016 pre-primary
No.
stuff. That was a crowded Republican
It was.
run up and like 2 Democrats. So Yeah.
True. Yeah, they had to
It's-
do the undercard debates, like to split them off into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically just their turn to overwhelm it. So that's how that'll go. Anyway, well, all right.
And
That's-
a caveman.
Yeah, and a caveman. Well done. Good job there, Hunter. All you got to do is send Brian an email, coverville@gmail.com. He'll get you what
I'll
you
forward
need.
it over to Scott.
Oh, because it's only my stuff, right? Is that it?
It's only your stuff.
Oh, it's
yeah.
only my stuff today. Well, then in that case, just send me one. Scott at frogpants.com, and I'll hook you up. Either one of those will get you what you need. Well done, dude. Congratulations.
Yay.
Tell all of Arlington hello for us and to get a new airport. All right. Okay. Dunaway, you've done it. Well done. And
Oh yeah.
the pleasure's
Hey,
been
are
ours.
we meeting today early to do some E3 coverage?
Yeah, so you and I think at how do we figure this out?
Before my time, Eastern time.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out. So here's the schedule. Dunaway and I, if he is around, which I'd love.
Oh, I'm around, buddy.
Yeah, if you're around, that'd be awesome. So the way things go today, we got 10 a.m. Mountain Time for the VR show. You won't be there for that, obviously. 11 a.m. for the PC Gaming show. 1 p.m. is Ubisoft, and then at 7 p.m. my time, which is what, 9 p.m. your time,
Right.
Square Enix. So you will be at that one, I believe.
Well, I'm gonna try to make it.
You're going to try to be there, yeah. For everything
Right. I'm
else, all
definitely
those
gonna
other
be to the 4 one.
Oh, you are. Okay. Wait, what's the 4
Yeah.
one? Is there one at 4? Oh, the 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that'd be
Right,
that's
that would be
actually
1
at
o'clock.
3, right? Because that one's at 1.
That would be 4 o'clock my time, right? Because Pacific, right?
No, that's 1 p.m. Mountain, so it'd be 2, 3. It'd be 3.
I looked it up yesterday and it was at 4. Hold on a second. Let me look.
Ubisoft E3. Look that one up because that's the one we're talking about.
Ubisoft.
Boobies are soft. Yes, boobies are soft.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. Ubisoft. Get me my Mingo phone. All right. So while you're looking that up, so
Ubisoft
you're
conference will officially start at 1 p.m. PT.
it says
and
1
4
p.m. PT.
And then 4 p.m. ET, but expect a pre-show to kick off an hour beforehand. Maybe that's what you're thinking of. I'm not going to be there for the pre-show. It would be ridiculous for us
Me
to have a
neither.
pre-show.
Me neither. But then Patrick's crazy because he's the one that corrected me on this. I had it at the right time, but all right, I'm putting it back to 2, which should be 5 year time. 4, 5, whatever.
For my time.
Hey,
For my
this
time.
is fun for radio. So anyway, go check it out.
Right.
That'll be us all day today. And
But what about the boop show? Are we doing a boop, or are we just too much information?
I don't
Too
know
much
when.
stuff coming
I don't know
in.
when to fit it in. We're gonna have to probably
let's
do
skip the boop.
Yeah, we'll probably
too much.
We'll probably do a follow up show or something and
Do
that. So anyway, looking forward to that. Brian Dunaway,
Ross Perot 2020.
Yeah, let's make that happen or not ever. Is that guy alive? Hold on.
Yeah, I think so.
Ross Perot is alive. Born in 1930. Let's see what he looks like these days.
1930.
I don't know if any pictures have been taken of him since he ran. Oh yeah, there are no new photos of Ross Perot. 1930 would make him how old? Let's see here.
That would make him 89.
Okay, that's a nice ripe old age.
Yeah.
Sheesh. All right, that means he was running in his 60s? Is that right? Do I have that right? Yeah.
Yes. Right.
So that was like 30 to 20 years ago, whatever it was.
Wow, I know. Does that seem crazy?
That's just nuts.
Back when Dana Carvey had to be 2 presidential candidates on SNL.
Yep, and he was really good at it. All right, well, there's that. Hope you enjoyed it. Extrapolate this.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive sensational summary of world and local events.
It's the news, and it's brought to you by all the crap I just said. About E3. All you got to do is just check out frogpants.com. There's a calendar there, and it shows you all the times, and I just changed that Ubisoft one because I think Dunaway's right, but then I'll have to double check it after the show. But otherwise, everything there should be locked in. And yeah, it's also a good place to just check for any sort of schedule changes. Whenever there's a change, I'm making very sure these days that gets swapped first before I even tell anyone. So it's a great place to find out, oh, is TMS on this day or that day? In fact, you know what? Right now, we know that Brian's not here on Friday, so I'm going to remove TMS PM.
Look at that.
Boom. Gone.
Just like that? Just that easy?
It's gone. It's that easy, Brian. You too
I
can own...
think I'm sad at how easy that was. It
was
worries me, Scott.
It was a little it was shockingly easy. It was embarrassingly easy.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, let's get into it here. how you ever been 600 pounds? You ever weighed that much before?
I like that's the way. That's the segue of this. Hey, Brian, have you ever been 600 pounds? No, I have not even been half of 600 pounds.
Neither have I.
Okay, good.
So this is going to be hard to relate to. However, if you are a 600-pound man, maybe you should get into drug dealing because that's what this guy did. 600.
Is that
it's a thing,
is that
I
a good
guess.
weight loss technique?
It's for, well, in this case, no. It was just a money gain technique. You're gaining
Gotcha.
money.
Okay.
600-pound man ran a drug operation from the bed of his Carthage home. His name is Kirk Lennell Smith, and did this from the first floor of his living room in his rented home. Smith, who officials say weighs more than 600 pounds. What is that in kilograms? A lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Spent much of his time in that bed, which served as a makeshift command center.
Nice. It's like he's the kingpin,
he
right?
is
Like
the-
if he wore a
totally.
white suit and had a cane with a diamond on top of it.
Yep. As opposed, like, totally. It's the only difference. He's not all super strong and can't walk
Right.
around very
Yes.
much.
Right.
He had a 9mm Kel-Tec pistol within reach, always
Jeez.
within reach. A nearby flat-screen television displaying images from the 5 surveillance cameras mounted on the outside of his house. The cameras show the front porch, the back of the house, as well as up and down the narrow street that runs along the railroad tracks. Part of the living room of Kirk Smith's house in Carthage, where near his bed was a television displaying. Oh, I read that. Smith, who is 42, doesn't move well, you'd imagine, at 600 pounds. He's got health problems, as you'd imagine, at 600 pounds. He requires a breathing tube, and he was just sentenced last week for 2 years in prison. Was charged with a whole bunch of stuff, including cocaine trafficking, and he would have been a big target for robbery, which is why I had all that stuff. Anyway,
Wow.
he needed to know who was coming.
He may not move quickly, but he's got enough stuff to A, see you coming, and B, shoot you when you arrive.
Yep, totally. In addition to
Wow.
drugs, police found a digital scale with more than $7,000 in cash in the home. What's the digital scale have to do with anything? Oh, weighing drugs.
It's what he weighs the cocaine with, yeah.
Gotcha. I was thinking, was it his weight loss scale? He was just like,
No.
it's a weird thing. Anyway,
Hooked up to Bluetooth.
This is according to Cincinnati.com, and the neighbor told the Inquirer that Smith was always in his house. Anyway, this guy was in there just making hundreds of thousands of dollars as a cocaine.
Fat stacks.
As fattest of stacks, dude.
Making fat stacks.
The fattest of. Oh, Sidian says, or Gilbert Grape it and burn the house down. Yeah, you could do that.
Jeez.
I remember who was eating Gilbert's grapes. Is that how that movie goes? That's the name of it. Who ate Gilbert's grapes?
Who framed Gilbert's grape?
There it is. Whose grape was Gilbert groping? Who groped Gilbert's grape? Don't feed the dogs Gilbert's grapes. All right. Skrillex in the news. Skrillex, you know Skrillex.
Yes, he's the EDM DJ that looks like one of the guys from Justified.
Yep.
One of the Crowder boys.
Yep. He does look like a Crowder boy. Skrillex, apparently, according to what I'm about to read you, may prevent mosquito bites. Study finds.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Now, I looked this up to make sure it wasn't phony.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Let's check that website, Scott.
And it seems to be legit. All
Okay.
other news on that site is all stuff I corroborated from other things. So this is supposed to be legit, but I'm still going to read it.
Okay.
Forget
All right,
bug
trust
spray. A new study found that Skrillex songs could protect you against mosquito bites this summer. Researchers examined the effects of electronic music, scary monsters, and nice sprites by Skrillex in particular on mosquitoes and whether it made them less likely to bite their hosts. According to the study, those subjected to the music had a lower chance of getting bit by those not subjected to the music. My guess is, this is just Scott talking now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, is this what? It was on the 1st of April? What? Hold on, I want to make sure this isn't true. Is it not? Am I looking at an old article?
Did we get punked again?
Let me look. Hold on. It was on
No,
June.
no,
No,
it
it was
says
on June
posted till
3rd.
June 3rd. Come on now.
This looks like this is legit.
Stop it, you. It does say that it makes them more likely to wave glow sticks and take E.
Yeah, maybe. I need someone. You guys want to look that up? That'd be great. Oh, it's on a BBC as well. So maybe it is legit. Oh yeah, it's totally legit.
Totally.
All right,
legit.
so it's multiple places. Okay, we're good. We got some confirmation. Where the hell was I? Oh, okay, so my thinking is, this is my theory,
yeah.
that the that loud vibrations would do this no matter where it's coming from. It doesn't matter whether it's electronic music or
what
not.
song it is, but
Yeah.
it's like dissuades them from coming near you.
Yeah, it's a sound thing. It's a sound wave thing, and it could be the sound of anything. It doesn't need to be music. It just has to be repetitive and loud and perhaps rhythmic. Anyway, sound is a quote. Sound and its reception are crucial for reproduction, survival, and population maintenance of many animals. In insects, low-frequency vibrations facilitate sexual interactions, whereas noise disrupts the perception of signals from the conspecifics. What's that? Conspecifics in hosts. I don't know what that means.
Oh, conspecifics. Yeah, I don't know
never
what
heard
that
of
is.
that. That's a term.
I keep looking at links that people are putting in there saying it's an April Fool's joke. No, this from Science Direct. It was an article that they posted at the end of March.
Yep.
March 27th, and that just means it got picked up a few days later. It happened to be on the 1st, April 1st, on a few places, but that doesn't mean it was an April 1st or April Fool's article.
No. What we need is some independent investigation to look further. So, chat room, your
the
job
fact
is
that
lazy
Science Direct posted it makes me feel pretty good about this.
Who is Science Direct? Do we know them? Are they a thing?
No, but it's like a very official looking. You can tell by the font that they mean business on Science Direct.
That's fantastic. Oh,
they're using a Caslon, I believe. It looks like a Caslon.
Oh, yeah, that is a Caslon font. You're right. Or in that family or that range.
That family, yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, we're going to take it as fact.
Caslon is serious, man.
We're taking it as fact. There's nothing we're going to do about it. We're keeping it.
That's right.
Here now a revenge tale. A tale of revenge.
A tale of revenge.
Yep. This is a bad one. Victim of milk theft. Someone was stealing milk from his front.
Victim. Have you ever been a victim, Brian?
Have you ever had anyone thief your milk? So people still get their milk brought to their front door and thing.
Yeah,
that's still a thing.
You get some good milk that way. We have the Longmont Dairy that used to deliver to our house, delivers to our neighbors still, but we stopped getting it because I don't like the lactose.
Ours is Winder Dairy, same kind of thing though. And they bring you cheese and all kinds of other weird stuff.
Yeah, cookie dough, cheese, orange juice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird. But anyway, this guy got revenge because somebody stole his milk. So what he did in return was peed in a bottle and left it on the doorstep. There's actually more to this, so I'm going to read through it. For the last week, there has been a problem with a milk thief in St. Ives. But instead of wasting police time, IT worker Damon Hudson, age 25, decided to get revenge using his own urine and fish oil.
Oh, man. As I was walking to St. Ives, I met a man who had 7 wives.
and a bucket of urine and fish oil.
And a bottle of urine.
Just a touch of fish oil. He set up his camera and his doorbell to catch the thief in action following the 4 a.m. delivery. He said, "My milk delivery means the world to me. My little brother and sister can't function without their cereal in the morning. This person is stopping them from enjoying the morning pleasures of breakfast." It was annoying. Not the end of the world, but a wind up that they feel But I wind up that they feel they need to do this. This guy's, what is he, British?
A wind up that they feel like he's wound up.
He's wound up about it.
And he's British.
It's
not the end of the world, but it's a wind up that they feel they need to do.
It's a bit of a wind up.
It's a bit of a wind up.
Let's see. Well, the guy stole it. All right, so he filmed it, and someone came and took his pee and fish oil and stole it. So that's fantastic.
It would have been great if they would have been caught drinking it on camera and then just doing the take.
Just to test it. Oh, well, he'd get his omega-3s, with that fish oil, so it'd be all right.
When Tina and I moved into our previous house, it was in the heat of summer, and we hadn't picked up any drinks or anything. We'd been moving boxes into the house, and we were just, thirsty as heck. Parched.
Parched.
We were
parched. I like that.
Not starving, whatever the drink equivalent of starving is. But the Longmont Dairy guy was in the neighborhood and showed up to our house and said, "Hey, would you guys like delivered?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, totally." He says, "And I'll even leave you a bottle right now to kind of get you started." We guzzled down a bottle of milk, like a milk
Oh my
liter or whatever quart, like it was Gatorade, man.
Wow.
We didn't throw up afterwards either. but
No, that's fantastic.
we're
I used to love when I was a teenager. The best thing in the world was cold milk on a summer day. Oh man,
How good does like a cold glass of milk and like 3 Chips Ahoy cookies sound right now?
oh, better than it should.
Yeah. Yeah.
Better than it should, because I know I actually.
Why are we fat, Scott?
I'm
I wish I knew.
I'm gonna feel like garbage after, but it sounds good right now.
Yeah.
All right, final story. This is a sad one. There's global shock happening right now as news spreads of it's a Nutella shortage. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a shortage of Nutella.
We have to go back to using the old Tella.
Old Tella was gone for a reason. It was terrible. This is a worker strike thing, and Nutella fans across the globe are scrambling to stock up as news spreads of a strike that threatens to cut a quarter of the world's supply of Nutella.
Wow.
Yeah. Workers in a French factory in Villers-Escalais, wherever the hell that is.
That's probably Villers-Escalais.
This is the plant that produces the popular hazelnut and cocoa spread, are embroiled in a pay dispute, calling for a 4.5 cent pay raise, or rise if you're in the UK, along with a €900 bonus.
I'm hoping that there's a bunch of people with picket signs out front that say, "Our wages are crepe."
Management is treating us crepey.
Treating us like crepe.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I've got, everybody. Goodbye. Good night, everybody.
How about we mean business? Spread the word. See, spread. You spread the word.
Spread. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. Nice.
What else? We go good with peanut butter. Good night.
You still haven't seen. What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show yet?
Not yet. No, I need to get in there. I got to get on that. Is there a Nutella subplot?
There isn't, but there's one of the vampires wants to have a party and decorate the place with creepy paper. You must go to the store and buy some creepy paper.
Assuming he means crepe paper.
And he means crepe paper,
Yeah,
yes, exactly.
That's fantastic. Oh my gosh.
It's creepy paper.
Let me ask you a question. Does the show follow the movie's lead in terms of it feeling like it's a mockumentary, like it
does.
Okay.
Yes.
That's really important to it, I think, for it to work for me.
There's individual like interview moments. There's the camera crew, and the camera crew even comes into play in a couple places. It's so good. It is
makes me so happy. So happy to hear
Yeah, I don't
that.
know what you have to do to get. Can you buy an FX subscription alone like you can with AMC, or do you have to have a cable?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. I've never looked into it. I always usually FX stuff is like, I guess I'll wait for Amazon or whoever to get it. But in this case, I don't want to wait. I want to see it.
Yeah. If you have FX, you can get FX now. You will need to purchase a cable plan that includes FX or subscribe to the FX channel.
Yeah, and we have a dish. We have a cheap dish thing that we still have, but it doesn't include FX. I got to look into that. Maybe I could add it.
Oh, but yeah, somebody pointed out, well, you can just buy the episodes on Amazon. Sure.
Oh,
you can
yeah,
just buy a
that's
subscription
true.
to those. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
probably
true.
on iTunes as well.
Yeah, both of them have that, I'm sure. Where I have friends.
You do have friends.
Friends
with Plex Service.
So 350 workers are refusing to go back to work. That means your Nutella is screwed. So sorry, everybody. It's going to be rough. Pickings may be slim for some countries. Thankfully, the strike won't affect Australians, given the nation's supply is produced locally in South Wales. So, hey, if you live in Australia, your Nutella.
You got
plus.
Nutella coming out of your butt in
Yeah.
Australia.
you're in the black or whatever. But it's the rest of the world. We're screwed. So that's fine. I have one thing of Nutella here, and I barely use it. So there you go.
Yeah.
It's good stuff, but it's basically just chocolate. I mean, I know it's hazelnut.
better than chocolate.
I mean,
It's
is it
hazelnutty.
better than chocolate?
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Does yours get? I mean, it gets a little oily at the top. You got to kind of mix it a little bit. I don't know what that is.
Which you can do. Just don't get too aggressive with your mix, or you'll get that oil stuff spattering out. You just gotta you put the knife in, you go slowly, and then you can kind of then get it nice and whipped up, slather it on some bread, a little toast. Booyah!
All right.
Bob's your uncle.
I like your where your head's at.
Well, Bruce is your uncle, depending on where you get it, where
Yes.
you get your Nutella.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, it's time for major spoilers and some time with Steven, who has kindly decided that it was cool to be an hour early with everything we're doing today.
It's kind of him. How so kind of him.
It's very kind of him. So we're going to do that, but before that, Brian's got a song to introduce.
Scott, I bring you a rock band from Seoul, South Korea, that is not only a rock band, but also a palindrome. Damon Nomad is the band. Their brand new album is called Wandering Sequence. You're going to hear influences from Radiohead, very much some Radiohead influence. Coldplay, Sugar Rose, Bjork, Hans Zimmer, Max Richter, Spangel. It feels like I'm just making up names. And Oasis. They have a brand new album coming out, Wandering Sequence. This is the first single from it, and that single is called As You Want.
We'll be right back.
This is exactly why I said 21 plus on my account. If you're going to act like a complete child on my account, stay away. I have no room for ignorance on my account. Thank you very much.
Check between the sausage and the bun. This is the morning stream.
All right, we're back, everybody. Oh, that's weird. Music went weird. Hey, this guy right here, I can't say enough about him.
Yeah.
Hold on. I just love that yell.
Who is that guy?
It's just a guy I saw on some YouTube video. And it was a longer thing that was just like not worth capturing at all. But then he got to this point where his cat bit him or something, and he goes, and I just think it's funny. It just makes me laugh.
Maybe he was playing Resident Evil 2. I don't know.
Yeah, it might have been. All right, let's call Steven. We're going to bring him in through the magic and wonder that is Discord today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Will it work?
It's supposed to. He and I did a whole something the other day this way. What was it? I don't remember. We recorded a whole thing this way. It wasn't this show yet. I don't think we were doing it here yet. But we'll find out shortly if it works on this edition of this.
Steven.
It's Steven Schleicher all the way from Hayes, Kansas. Steven, welcome. Hi.
Hello,
Wow.
Scott. Hello, Brian.
Oh, look at
You
him on
sound
his...
great. And look at all of your sound isolation pads. Holy cow.
Yeah. This camera's
Yeah,
cool. What's the deal with this camera? I like it.
Oh, I forgot to move that. That's my pre-show camera that I have set up
Oh.
for the Finally Friday show that I do on Fridays.
Oh, all right. I like it.
No,
I
but
do
it
that.
gives us a good idea. Look at how clean.
Look at that bald spot. Wow, look at that. It's going to blind you.
Wow.
Woo.
They have,
Wow.
Ron Popeil has some spray stuff. Your office is very clean. I like your
the part that you can
comic
see.
book rack. I like the statues. I see Rogue and She-Hulk and
Yeah.
yeah.
See,
what
we
a-
got Gwen Stacy and what's her face, Mary Jane, and then on the other side is all the X-Men Evolution stuff. Which,
Wow.
you know, if you're looking to watch the Dark Phoenix saga, you might want to watch the X-Men series from the what was it, the 90s, instead of trying to go see that movie.
yeah, or you might just want to go read the comic book, which is
The comic book is much better, but if you've so the only problem with the Dark Phoenix saga in comic book form, because they've got it in a great trade paperback, is in that collection, if I'm not mistaken, there's this whole what's the Hellfire Club bit,
right.
that if you're not familiar with who they are, it's going to really throw you. You're like, I thought she was
Oh.
supposed to be some giant crazy, you know, space person, and then that volume really does kind of mesh up. Now maybe they've reworked a couple of different volumes since I picked that up in 90 whatever it was.
Sure. But that's true, because you know, especially if you're only familiar with more recent stuff, you might think, oh wait, Emma Frost, isn't she sometimes good and helps the X-Men and that sort of thing? And
Then again, if you want to see Jean Grey in some sexy lingerie and whips and change, then that may be a book you want to pick up too.
That might be your jam. You never know.
yeah, I saw Dark Phoenix yesterday, and
Brian,
so sad. I'm so disappointed.
Brian,
Well, he has
Yes.
that. Don't forget, Brian's got his cool go see so many movies a month, and it's all part of his subscription thing.
But what part was you had to see this one on opening weekend?
Well, yeah, that's a really good point. I didn't have to. And it's funny because I actually even got a hold of the script beforehand, and I read a little bit of it. And I was like, all right, well, let's just get this out of the way. I mean, X-Men, we're talking about my favorite superhero team and the favorite storyline from the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
That was absolutely my hands down favorite storyline from comic books. Chris Claremont, John Byrne. It was just so great. And behind me, I've got not one, well, behind Pikachu, I've got not one but two statues, one of regular Phoenix, one of the dark variety, dark flavor.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, well, let's see. I mean, I know that they're not going to have the Hellfire Club in this, and boy, it's I don't know. It's like they said, well, we've got a chance to really redeem ourselves from X-Men Last Stand, but let's see if we can make something worse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, didn't they basically? Isn't Last Stand obviously wasn't any kind of good representation of the Dark Phoenix story, but wasn't it the same idea? It was like,
yeah, it was absolutely the same idea. Yeah.
Well, they're dumb.
Same guy too.
Oh, right, same writer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What were they thinking there? What was that about? Gosh dang it! What a
Hey,
bunch of dummies.
we're about to get sold off to Disney. You guys do whatever the heck you want.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, okay. So how high are your hopes for the future of the franchise there, Steven? Do you think we're going to get some redemption?
For sure.
I think once we put it under Kevin Feige's control, yes, I think that there will be some redemption for both Fantastic Four and X-Men.
Yeah.
But under the we have no hope, curse all who pass here kind of thing that's going on with the Fox deal in those last 2 years, it kind of just, you knew it was not going anywhere.
Yeah. Well,
And it's almost like they just gave up.
Well, let's talk
they
about
get powers. They get powers right. They just don't get characters right.
Yeah, that's the hard bit. Well, let's talk about another thing that didn't get right somehow, but was still good, and now I'm pissed to hear that it's going away. That brand new Swamp Thing series, which is being critically acclaimed across the board. Everyone I talk to says, "Oh my gosh, they got Swamp Thing right." And now I'm being told it's going away. What the hell happened?
Man, there are so many different ways that you can approach this. And so whichever conspiracy theory you're thinking of is the reason why this got canceled, you're probably right. So first, this happened back in, I want to say, March and April. We heard that the show had been cut from 13 seasons down to 10, or not 10 seasons, 13 episodes down to 10 episodes. And the writers were scrambling to try to come up with some coherent reason why this was. And at the time, everyone was like, oh no, the execs have seen this. It's no good. That's why they're cutting it back. So there's one possible reason. The second reason that we heard was that North Carolina had promised a bunch of money to Warner Brothers that would cover basically half the cost of production of Swamp Thing. And then when it came time, suddenly North Carolina was like, we don't have that money that we said we did, so you're going to have to pay for it all yourself. And so Warner Brothers is like, that's like $50 million. We don't have an extra $15 million sitting around. And so that's the next reason why it could have possibly been canceled, because it's just too expensive to do that business in North Carolina going forward. Third reason, and maybe one that I think once you hear it is probably a combination of 2 and 3, is that AT&T now owns Warner Brothers. And they're not too high on what's going on with the DC online subscription service, the streaming service that they have. And so they may be starting to slash a bunch of the stuff that's going on that DC, DC universe.
What's their complaint? I mean, what? Because I've heard nothing but good things about the content on that service. Is it that the service isn't
well,
taking
and so
traction?
Then you've got the fourth thing, which is, I think, and this is the one that I think is going to happen, they're going to essentially cancel or shut down that DC service and wrap it into their WB service when it gets ready to launch in 2020. And so they're not wanting a bunch of stuff all over the place, and they're going to put all their focus on the WB. And so once they get their money situation figured out, once they convince AT&T that comic books is $1 billion industry, once they get the WB up and running, then I think we might see some of this stuff come back. But I don't think we're going to see Swamp Thing come back. It's going to be too hard. We're talking about at least 2 years before everybody gets their ducks in a row and Swamp Thing is even considered as a comeback. But in the meantime, Titans has received another season. I think it's their 3rd season. Doom Patrol is back for a 2nd season, and it's really, really good. Yeah. So enjoy this one, gothic horror season of Swamp Thing while you have access to it.
Yeah, because apparently it's rad. and bums me out because that's a hard thing to do. I don't think Swamp Thing's an easy property, and if you're getting it right, don't back off of
They've
it.
done it multiple times.
As the 80s movie will attest, yeah.
Yeah, that thing was hideous. Oh my gosh. That
Not
was
even the 80s movie, but that, do you remember the TV series from the 80s?
No.
Oh, yeah, right.
No.
Oh,
Tell me about it. What was that about? Well, I mean, it was about the Swamp Thing, but what
It was about bad.
it was about being bad.
it didn't even last a full season.
I want
right?
to say, I think it lasted. I want to say it lasted maybe 2 seasons, but I know the first season I remember seeing a couple episodes and just going, "What in the heck is this stuff?"
Oh yeah, here it is. Swamp Thing 82.
1990.
Oh.
1990. 82 was the movie, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's something.
Oh, so late 80s, early 90s, yeah.
Yeah. USA Network, 1990. 3 seasons that thing
3
lasted.
seasons, 72 episodes.
Oh, with Carrie Wurr, who we just saw.
Yeah, we just saw her in the thing. Yeah, that's a bummer because it feels like if you're going to let that run for that long, couldn't you have given this a little better of a chance? I don't know.
Yeah.
Bastards. By the way, I forgot Wes Craven directed the first one. The movie, yeah. Totally forgot that. Because we've all seen it. We saw it for Film Sack, Ray Wise and Adrienne Barbeau and all those people.
Adrienne Barbeau.
But yeah, I forgot that was Wes Craven. Anyway, all right, fine, whatever. That sucks, and I'm not happy. X-Men, Fantastic Four movie that never was. Tell me about this. You've got my interest piqued.
This is we're coming back, swinging this back around to the Dark Phoenix. At one point in 2010, and I don't know why people are so hot on this now, there are always stories of here are things that we're planning that never pay out. And one of the things that Fox was planning back in 2010 was an X-Men versus Fantastic Four crossover movie that would have been very much like Civil War over there in the MCU.
Yeah.
It never went anywhere, basically. Okay. There was a script written. There was some initial looking to see if they could do this or not, and then they finally said, no, we're not going to do this. So it's kind of a lot of people have made a big deal of a story that it's 10 years old and it never went anywhere. And sure, we could play a what if game, but then we could also play a what if game about what if a certain election had gone a different way.
Right. So
it amounts to nothing.
So does anything exist? Is there any? There's no.
I think there's a script somewhere, but it's not online or anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a good opportunity, honestly. Now that we've got all this back in the hands of the, of good stewards, I think that's a decent way to maybe kick some of this off. Like, if you're going to do another X-Men movie, why not have it be some big crossover? And now you've got 2 franchises you can then split out and go crazy.
X-Men versus Avengers.
Yeah, or not even Avengers. Just bring in the Fantastic Four. Like, do it all at once. Like, I have full faith in them.
I think they had a perfect opportunity during Endgame to say, we need more help. And then suddenly, here comes Reed Richards' rubbery fist punching, Thanos in the face, and you hear snick, snick, and Wolverine running through the scene. That's all you would have had to have done to just say, hey, this is now part of this.
Yeah, they could have done that. Why didn't
it would have been so easy to do that.
Yeah.
But, we don't know. Hugh Jackman is basically done with Wolverine. So it would have been kind of hard to cast somebody and then say, this is our Wolverine going forward. But they could have done something.
They could have done a shot from behind, muscly, hairy guy. You can't really tell what he is. His hair's familiar. Wonder who that is. Arm comes out. Shink! Oh, shit, it's Wolverine! And then he runs towards something, and then you're done. You don't have to show anymore.
And instead of maybe Reed Richards, maybe you have Johnny Storm and Captain America giving each other a nod and played by the same guy, right?
Right. Oh, that'd have been great. See, these are all great ideas.
Yeah,
Gosh
great
dang
ideas.
it. Missed opportunities. You could take all this time to put Howard the Duck in the background. You could have done some of that.
Right.
Anyway. All right. Well, that's all well and good. Steven, anything else on the site going on this week that we should
not
be
a
aware
whole
of?
lot. We've got a bunch of shows that we're recording this week and some other things that are coming up. We've got this week, I think, top 5 things that are going on at Origins, because Origins is going on, I think that kicks off on Thursday.
Yeah.
So we have Dan, the tabletop man. He's doing top 5 things to look forward to at Origins. So you can look forward to that. And if you are not, if you're someone who doesn't have enough Discord servers to jump on, why don't you jump on that Major Spoilers Discord server and hang out with us? I saw Brian popped in there a minute or two today. So
I didn't see this. Did you send an invite?
I will send you a link.
Yeah,
I think
send
I
me.
did.
Oh, you did. There it is. I'm joining it now.
Yeah.
All right, I'm joined. I'm in. That's how easy that was, you guys.
That's how easy. Just one click is all it takes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get in there and make it happen. That's awesome. Well, Steven Schleicher, America's sweetheart. It's majorspoilers.com. You can find that by just going there on your web device. And Stephen, we'll look forward to having you here next week. Thanks for coming in early today.
Stay hydrated.
All right, man. We will.
Your internet machine.
I can't hang up on him. There we go. All right. That's a funny camera angle to have for him that whole time.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, actually. That's one thing I haven't set up in here is a pre-show countdown cam, and I probably should. Be very easy to do it in this space.
Now, I got this mail from Daryl.
Okay.
It says, no Trek. Not really that newsy. June 9th, 1989, 30 years ago yesterday, Star Trek V, The Final Frontier premiered.
Okay, well, that's our show, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
I mean, like, legit, I don't know if that's enough for a segment. I don't know if that's enough. I mean, that's great, but that's not
I love Daryl, but, I mean, it sounds like he's even saying.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. Plus, I have an early thing, so I'm not going to worry about it. But here's the thing. Everyone's get ready to celebrate. June 9th, that was yesterday. 1989, 30 years ago yesterday, Star Trek V, Final Frontier premiered in theaters, and they did a watch-along on This Week in Trek at thisweekintrek.com. So there you go. Go check it out. Watch it and have some fun. All right.
We've even helped. We've promoted Daryl without having to go through the rigmarole of saying, "Well, there's not really any news." So,
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
We've done, and we did it in real time. This is some top-notch podcasting. All right, we're going to be done and get out of here. Now, a reminder: if you hang on around this morning, there will be all sorts of E3 coverage today. Live whenever there's something, including this weird VR thing in about 45 minutes or whatever it is.
Yeah, who's got the VR thing?
It's a
not
group
Oculus
effort. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there'll be Oculus / Vive / everything will be represented, but it's an independent kind of.
So this isn't a new company saying we're also doing VR.
No, this is like a overall. Hey, what's coming to VR this year kind of thing.
If you have a VR thing, you could talk during this hour.
Yeah, I imagine this is going to be a lot like the PC gaming show, where it's just focused on a platform, that's sort of a sub-platform in the E3 ecosphere. So anyway, we don't actually know. It's the first time they've done it, so we're going to find out this morning, and then we'll do the rest of the usual stuff throughout the day. So again, the schedule is being posted all the time by Jeannie, who keeps putting it in the chat, but you can also find it on our Discord. You can find it on the website. Go to frogpants.com/podcast, and there's a big old live streaming schedule. Just click it and boom, you're in. And it's real time, so if something changes, you'll know. All right, that's it. frogpants.com/TMS. Oh, I was going to play the mashup. We do have time for that.
Oh, yeah.
So he's in Vegas right now. Jamie is. And,
right, I know.
Yeah. So he says, "Wait, you sad that he's in Vegas?"
Yes.
Why?
I want to be there.
Oh, you want to be in Vegas? I see. Hey, man, August is gonna be here quick. You'll be fine. You'll get there and have a great time. He sent instead. This is basically, I guess this is from the last time I played Resident Evil 2, and he's called it Vagina Coin. We can probably surmise what this is going to sort of be like, so I don't know. But let's play it, I guess, and we'll see how this goes. Here it is, Vagina Coin.
Watching me, I got no privacy. Whoa.
Red herb, the red herb. Shit!
Yeah! Everyone likes a shotty.
Yeah, baby.
Oh! La, 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 la.
Got a spike in his butthole.
Where is he? Where'd he go? Oh no! Oh no!
Come here, dick.
A battery!
He moved. Did you see that? I did.
Okay.
Shit. Well, shit balls.
Battery!
Scott is bad. He is very bad. Shit balls. Officer Scrumpkey. Officer Potato Head, get up. Ah, shit. Die already. Holy shit. Oh, shit. Oh, now she's a potato head.
Oh, shit. What is it?
I got the Vagina Coin.
Oh, shit.
Okay, you're dead. Are you dead? You're not dead. What fresh hell is this? Shooting guns? I like shooting guns. Oh, shit. Oh, in the eyeball. The eye arm. Ah, shit.
I always feel like saving my game progress and wearing a dress.
You were almost a Jill sandwich. Thanks, Barry. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, devil dog. No. That'll teach you to rob the convenience store on a Saturday night, you dumbass. Oh, shit. Blue herb. The key! Oh, la. Oh, shit. Where'd you come from?
X, don't give it to me.
Oh, what is this door? This is bullshit. Oh, shit.
la la, oh la la, oh la la, oh hello, oh Francine. Oh, oh, oh.
Shit.
Oh, 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 oh.
Shit, dogs. What are these? See, these aren't. No. Right in the butthole. Jeez Louises. Okay, hold on. I have to bite this before it goes soft.
Was that part of the game, or was that food or something?
Somebody brought me food while I was playing. I don't remember who. I think Carter did.
Oh,
she
my
brought
God.
me lunch or something, so I had to eat it before it went bad.
So good.
Oh, man. All right. Don't remember any of that. Thanks, Jamie, for doing that, even though you're on a little trip. That was really nice of you. You guys should check him out at patreon.com/TMS-mashups. And he is at TMS Mashups on Twitter. You can also support this show, as many of you have, and many of you should. Patreon.com/TMS. It's still early in the month, and well worth your time. Patreon.com/TMS. Go check it out. If you like our show, time to give back. If you feel like it. I'm not saying you have to,
Yeah,
but
if
you
you
know,
can.
if you want
If
to.
you can, we'd love that.
Yeah. Get your free content and then pay a little for it. Hey, also frogpants.com/TMS for all other things you may need to know. That's it for the show. Brian, do you want to do another song?
Yes, absolutely. The funniest dang gift Captain Kipper just posted into our chat. Absolutely hilarious. It looks like a Dalmatian with a baby doll strapped to it, and the doll is riding the Dalmatian.
Oh, yeah. At first it looked like a cheetah, but it's a dog.
cheetah, yeah.
Yeah, look at that baby at the end. That's awesome.
All right, so Dear Standish and Bender writes in, Michael Miller, you can play this request when you have an opening. I have an opening right now, Michael. Most people don't know that the iconic 80s song Don't You Forget About Me was originally written for Billy Idol by his producers, Keith Forsey and Steve Schiff. Billy Idol wasn't interested. They managed to get Simple Minds to record it, and they immediately dismissed it. John Hughes picked the song up for The Breakfast Club, and the rest is history. Billy finally covered it in 2001. You can definitely hear the song was written with him in mind, says Michael Miller. And I do want to clarify, it's not exactly true. Actually, Forsey and Schiff were big fans of Simple Minds, and they did write it initially for Simple Minds. But Jim Kerr, who's the lead singer of Simple Minds, is a notorious, I don't want to say perfectionist, but he basically, Simple Minds would only record stuff that he wrote. He was kind of snobbish about recording other people's material. So they did offer it to Simple Minds first.
Yeah.
And then they said no, and then they said, okay, how about The Fix, or how about Billy Idol? Everybody else turned it down. Then Simple Minds said, all right, yeah, we'll do it. And then, of course, it became their biggest hit.
Yeah, that's crazy how that stuff works out. Never
It
know.
really is, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of songs like that. A friend of mine from Trivia last night was reminding me about how many songs like These Dreams by Heart was originally written for Stevie Nicks.
Oh, my. Really? Wow.
And would have been a whole different song had she recorded it. Billy Idol did, though, eventually record his own version of Don't You Forget About Me, included it on his greatest hits album, and it does sound, Michael is right, it does sound like it was written with Billy Idol in mind. It's really got a great Billy Idol sound. Here it is right here, Don't You Forget About Me, originally released by Simple Minds, covered here by Billy Idol.
Thanks, you guys, for listening. Thank you for being here as always. Come back tomorrow for another early edition, 1 hour early tomorrow, 8 o'clock Mountain Time, for the morning stream. We'll see you then. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com. Oh, I can't find a thing. Hold on.
Hey, there's a thing.
No, how about this? No, I don't like that one. Hold on, how about this? I'll just play that again. All right. Let's see. We are doing titles here.
Show
folks.